Hi there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for August 2022. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can simply follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on when it comes to your month of August? Well, we'll start with the sun, bringing special focus, highlights, attention enhancement, and support to you. The sun is in your sign through the 22nd of the month. And when we have the sun in our sign, it's a time for a huge transformation of the way we work with our world and the way our world works with us. Because the sun is all about enhancement, you may be noticing that all areas of your life are going through a bit of a purification and remodeling process. A lot of new tools, a lot of new resources, a lot of new money, as well as a new way to handle your closest social engagements is coming into the picture. Because the sun is also about purification, you might also be finding that a lot of unhealthy or maybe a lot of bothersome or thorn in one's side type of circumstances, engagement, or toils or tribulations of any kind are also getting neutralized and cleared from the space. This is a very liberating period for a lot of you Leo people, and it's important to know when a lot of lower, not current, out of date, just again, circular situations are getting purged out for you. The sun is also bringing a lot of that attention to what is going to be ultimately lifting you up in terms of your status, in terms of the way the world receives you. And people may be treating you differently during this period, but if you want to encourage it, because it is very positive, you want to make sure you are planting those roots and setting those precedents now, because the way you relate to the world and the way the world relates to you is going through a big shift. After the 22nd, we have the sun entering Virgo for the duration of August and going on into September. This is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And this is where you're going to find that the environment and the world of your professional life and all of your financial avenues is also going through a big transformation. A lot of new components, contributions, and accoutrements are getting gifted to you during this time in a way to give you more value for what you are bringing to your workforce, to your field, to your vocation, as well as the value that is coming to you through income avenues and streams you already have. This is a great time for a lot of you Leo people that are looking to maybe make some shifts in order to give yourself a raise, or maybe you are looking to make things more productive, more lucrative with the team you're on. And it's also going to be putting you in a position where you are becoming a much stronger authority figure to a certain degree in an unofficial way when it comes to how trends are set in your workplace or in your field. We have Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, and that obstacle-clearing driving force in Taurus through the 19th of the month. This is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, and yes, even another place that can give us raises and big lifts. With Mars in the 10th house of career, as I often say with Mars in an income area, such as houses 2, 6, or 10, in this case for you 10, you are going to be finding that this is an incredibly lucrative period, but a very labor-intensive period. A lot of the times with Mars in an income area, we tend to notice that there is almost a mandate for overtime, yet we are raking it in very, very easily. Things are becoming a lot more competitive in your field, and this can sometimes, yes, bring up real competition on the works, in the workforce, or maybe even with rival businesses or rival companies. However, it's during this competition that you are also going to be noticing your stocks are rising, so to speak. Mars is also going to help you clobber and even break through some kind of imposition or maybe even a limitation to your growth when it comes to the responsibilities you have as well as the clout you have in a corner of your professional life that you have not been able to see grow the way you want. However, it may require some pivots and some flexibility on your part as well so you can rise to the challenge. After the 19th, Mars enters Gemini for the duration of August and going on into September. And this is, of course, your 11th house of friendships, social networking, your platonic support system, as well as your highest goals and ambitions and ideals. With Mars in the 11th house, this is a time where we need to be ready to work with more people because this is where our friends really show up for us. Mars has us going on a lot of new adventures, a lot of new excursions with allies, both known and new, that are going to not only be very strong bonding opportunities, break down walls between closeness and loyalty and affection with our, brothers, sisters, our fellows, that kind of thing, but also at the same time put us in a position where everyone coming together is going to also speed up the accomplishment or the achievement of a deeply held personal goal or ambition that you have that does require you to be ready to welcome more people on board. This is also a time, however, where while we're finding out who our friends really are in a good way, we might also be finding out who some of our friends are in a not so good way. Mars has no tolerance for superficial, shallow, fickle relationships, the plastic. And in a lot of cases, Mars has a tendency to bend and melt plastic. And you may be noticing that, yes, the fair weather, more shallow, fake types in your life, known and unknown, are going to be challenged by Mars to either evolve or get out. We have Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection in Cancer through August 10th. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, the hidden zone, anything relating to old business or your own personal history or even your family's history. However, with Venus in the 12th house, this is a time where you are getting a chance to do a lot of revival work when it comes to past romantic excursions, past erotic fantasies, past romantic sensibilities. A lot of you who are currently coupled or married may be finding that during this period you are getting a chance to revive an aspect of your relationship's history that was quite blissful, quite satisfying for both you and your partner, bringing something back that we wish we could have in the present day, whether it's an activity, a lifestyle, or maybe even something we were trying to do for ourselves, for the marriage, or for the family. For those of you who are currently single or available to new people, this could, yes, sometimes bring old flames back from the past, or it could put us back in touch with a type of person that is reminiscent of a type we used to have a very strong romantic and erotic rapport with in the past, but not necessarily the individual, but the type. After the 10th, we've got Venus moving on into your sign, where Venus will be into September. And with Venus in the first house, you are that love magnet. You are a romantic powerhouse, and you are getting the wild card blessings of Venus. Where is it you want to be drawing more attention to yourself? From what, from whom, and by how? With Venus in your sign, whenever a planet is in our sign, really, we are being put in the spotlight so that we can become a stronger influence in all spaces of our world. Now with Venus here, it's influence through popularity and favor, not necessarily through authority. So make sure that you understand that attention and affection is coming to you, but you want to make sure that you are not only being supportive and vocal and, let's just say clear in your elocution of what you support and what you would like to encourage and what precedents you would like to set versus not. And also at the same time, allow this to be something that can go longer than just the month Venus is here. We have Mercury, the planet of communications, speed, and productivity in Virgo, August 4th to the 24th. This is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And with Mercury, anywhere, we always speed up payoffs. We speed up completion. We speed up the work. We enhance the productivity by making it all the more efficient. And with Mercury in Virgo, you're going to be noticing that things are growing faster as it relates to your income, your rising through the ranks in your field, maybe even the propagation of your name or something that you are working on. You may find that meetings or even new job opportunities, new interviews, as well as any kind of transactions that are highly sensitive or take a long time, are getting sped up in a very safe and satisfying way as well, so we don't have to go through any kind of protracted processes that are unnecessary or maybe being overcautious. With Mercury here as well, you may be finding that this is a time where you are getting a chance to increase the yield of what you do for your livelihood. However, it may require you to be ready to take on some additional training or expand on your education in order to lock it in. Finally, we're going to wrap up with lunations. We always wrap up with the full moon and the new moon of the month. And the full moon of the month is in Aquarius, your seventh house of committed partnerships, your closest one-on-one connections. This is your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one arrangements with. And a full moon always talks about culminations, transitions, and endings. And in the 2-week window period following the 11th of the month, a lot of you Leo people are going to find that a storyline, a chapter, or an era is coming to an end in one or more close one-on-one relationships. Now, a full moon does a culmination and transition because we are getting ready for a big break or a big graduation. And what are we actually moving on to? This could be a time of intense reevaluation of the road a lot of these close one-on-one relationships have been on, and what is the end game. A lot of you may be finding that in, say, romantic relationships, we may be changing the end game plan, changing the timeline, so to speak, changing where we want the destination to be, and even reevaluating how we relate to and connect to one another in order to evolve out of who we have been and get more current with where we are. This can also be true in business partnerships, or again, even in best friendships or long-term arrangements such as landlord-tenant or roommate situations. However, this is a culmination and a transition that can be incredibly positive so long as we understand that it's in the right time for this to be occurring, and this is happening so that everyone can get current and get ready to be more accurate and true to where we are right now. Finally, we also have a new moon, which is going to be occurring in Virgo, that second house of earned income and employment, on the 27th. And in the 2-week window period following the 27th, we have that seed planting and new beginning focus of the new moon. A lot of you Leo people may be getting a chance to step into a brand new job, or maybe noticing a new income avenue or income stream spawning for you during this time. This can be very helpful for those of you that feel like you are looking for an out, or you are simply looking to move on and expand your skills. This could even be an addition, right? Something that doesn't necessarily require you to go anywhere or do anything or make any kind of great upheavals, but it may be something being stacked on the income or the professional status that you already have. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.